Okay, so we're gonna build something fucking really cool. So I was down at Canadian Tire and I seen that they were overpriced and something way too fucking much for me. So you guys ever see them stand-up work lights? Man, those are ideal. You want to work somewhere, you just stand this fucker up, you plug the fucking thing in, boom. You got some fucking bright as shit LEDs flashing on whatever the hell you're working on. Sounds fucking awesome, right? You know what's not so fucking awesome? How fucking overpriced it is. I should be able to build one of these, and I can even build it better. And I got to thinking about the inconveniences of it. I was thinking, you gotta put this light wherever you want it, then you gotta run your extension cord to it. Then, when you need to work on something, you might need to plug your tool in. So then you gotta fucking unplug the light and work in the fucking dark. Well, mine, you won't have to do that. Alright, so the most complex part about this is the electronics. So we're going to get those out of the way, and then everything will just be fucking Lego when it goes together. So, you are going to need a box, preferably one for two. And you're going to need just the pokey end of an extension cord. You can see that I already ran the wires through here. This was actually something that I used for another project. That's why the wires are already stripped and ran through here. But that project didn't fucking work. So, what else are we going to need? We're going to need one of these guys. This isn't totally necessary. You can go with pretty well any switch. But if you want some extra bonus points with the ladies, get one of these here dimmer switches. Then you got a romantic work light. Things first, we got these wires here exposed like a teenage girl on prom night. I'm going to start by just wiring them to this, because that's what makes the most sense to me right now. So the black wire, which is the hot, goes on the gold. The white one goes on the silver. We want a good connection, so there's nothing tighter than a strip screw. And right here on the underside of her, this one's easy. She's green, the wire's green, and process of elimination would tell you that she fucking goes right here. So, this is fun and worth mentioning. I got most of this stuff at Habitat Restore. It's basically a thrift store for building materials and stuff. If you got something like that nearby to you, this project will cost you under 15 bucks. Now we want to bring the hot, or the black, over to this guy. So that's simple. We got another tab here that we can just screw it onto. So, it really doesn't matter. If you got one of these here that's a single pole, which will just be two wires coming out the back here, like I said, you don't need a dimmer switch for this. But yeah, for this single pole, you just put it on with the other hot, which is the other black. So now we're going to need some wire to run to the light. So I got this 14 gauge wire here. Now you might look at this and say, you can't use that fucking type of wire, you stupid bastard. Listen, this fucking installation is the same shit, okay? It really is. And it's 14 gauge wire. So everybody just fucking calm down. So these boxes have these little pokey bits at the back here. We'll start by running this wire through. You want to remember to do this because doing it after the fact makes it fucking impossible to install. So we'll give ourselves enough slack here to work with. And then we'll pull the main part. So, one of these wires has the red stripe on the side here. I think we'll match that up with the hot, and then this other side here with no stripe on it will match up with the neutral. Alright, so what the fuck did I say? Which wire am I using for what? Alright, so this one here with the stripe, we're going to use for the hot. So we're going to twist it together with the hot wire. Now we're going to stick a Moret on it. Now anybody that knows me right probably doesn't think that I actually own Morets, but I do. But Morets are expensive, fuck. They're like 3 cents a piece. We can just put it on the neutral side of this other screw that's over here. And we fucking tighten her down good. That didn't fucking work at all. These are meant for solid wires. Not to say that this isn't going to work, but... Click! Off. Now we got to shove all the bullshit into the box. The only thing is, if you get one of these here plastic boxes, is when you put these fucking things in, You gotta create your own fucking threads. They're not pre-threaded for you like the metal boxes. You really gotta give her a while with the screwdriver. Actually, you know what? I think my drill is nearby. Maybe that's a bad idea. I think I might strip them right the fuck off if I do that. Pretend I didn't use that. So once you got this thing screwed down and she's all in place, now we're going to put our little decorative cover on it. So to give her the more authentic look, you probably want to go with one of them steel covers. But they were like $1.25. This thing, 99 cents. So upon fucking further inspection of the light that I'm planning on using, it's got a metal casing. Maybe I should ground it. Fuck. So, to ground it, we're going to need to run another wire through. One. Now we'll expose her a little more. And we're going to twist her up. And we're going to set her to that same little green pin there on the bottom. Just in case we fucking electrococksucker ourselves. So, don't forget to fucking pass her through the box. Because that would be stupid. Alright boys, we fucking grounded her this time. Holy fuck, I grounded her all the way into the table. So, it's going to be hard to see, but right at the bottom there, there's actually another little green screw. That saved me from having to take this one apart. Whew! Being like chicken's hard. Almost time for a sandwich. So, we got this on here. Dials a spinning a ring. So, we're not going to fucking plug this thing in yet, because we got some exposed wires here at the end. We're going to fucking kill ourselves. These lights that you see at your Home Depot and your Canadian Tire and shit like that, they all have this feature where the lights can tilt back and forth. Now, of course, we want that feature too. So what kind of lights can we get that are adjustable that we can tilt back and forth? So what I got is one of these bad boys, which is part of a track light. I didn't know what a track light was. I had always heard about track lights before. Oh, I just installed some track lights in my rec room, and I'd go, oh yeah, cool, man. Well, today I've actually found out what they are. Turns out they're fucking lights that go on a track. So, all this stuff, this was $1, the light was $1, that plug-in was $1, the dimmer switch was $1, that's why I ended up going with it, and there was a couple other components that I had to get elsewhere. So to power these rails, you need an energizer. And an energizer fits inside the track too, but they didn't have any energizers for these particular tracks. So I actually bought another light that I was going to chop the wire off here, and then just put a plug-in on here, and that would energize the rail whenever you would plug it in. But then I got to taking it apart, and you'll never guess what I found under here. Ba-bam! We got some contacts here. We got that silver contact, the gold contact, and the ground contact. So I know that this singular wire that's all by itself is going to be the ground wire. So we can start with that one. Hey, wait a minute. Wait a cotton picking minute here. Oh, so that's what that's for. Wow! There's a little hole here at the back to pass the wires through. But we're not going to fuck up the polarity here, because I remember what they are. Alright, so now we got to put these wires on the contacts here. This wire with no stripe was the neutral, so we put that on this guy. And then this guy with the red stripe was the hot. So now we can put this cover back on and then spend 20 minutes trying to find the screw. Fuck's sakes, where is it? That took far too long to find that fucking screw. Little bastard. Got some pokey ends, some contacts here on the bottom. Don't know why you gotta fucking twist it counterclockwise to tighten it. That seems kind of fucking stupid. I went and got some soft wood that won't twist so much. Or isn't twisted so much. Now Now we'll drive some threaded nails into her. That's okay. Now I gotta put this long bastard in the center all by myself. Alright, so she's a wee tad top heavy, so I put them 45s to the bottom so you wouldn't get slop in that too. And of course, if you're just making this thing to impress ladies, which you probably are, paint it your favorite color. My favorite color is called Tremclad. So, conveniently, these here track lights, they come with holes all the way through so you can screw them right to whatever the fuck you want. Just make sure the smiley face is pointing up and you can install it pretty wherever the fuck you want. Now to clean up the wires, you can use whatever you want. Now I don't like plugging in products, but Gorilla Tape really is the best tape in the fucking world. It really is. You may have heard of that T-Rex tape. Yes, T-Rex tape is a better adhesive, but Gorilla Tape is just stronger. Now we can put the track light on. We can serve her the fuck we want. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. You got yourself a work light. You can point wherever the fuck you want, whatever it is you're working on. Replacing the batteries in your wife's oversized dildo. You can place her all the way over here at the top. You can have it shine right over your shoulder, whatever it is you work on. Even me, I'm 6'2", and this is perfect. And if you want to get romantic, you can turn her down a little bit. The mood just right. Man, I tell you, this bright light shining in my eyes really brings out how beautiful they are. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you didn't enjoy this video, you're probably a sexist racist. Remember, everyone, if you're gonna be dumb, you gotta be smart.